Hi everyone, my name is Adam McCarthy and this is going to be my introduction video for our EDL 856 course. To get us started here, I have some personal demographics about myself listed. I'm currently a middle school science teacher. I've been teaching for the last 7 years. I've also taught high school math, and it's all been within the Mays School District, which is just a small suburb outside of Wichita, Kansas. I'm also the 8th grade boys head basketball coach for that team, and then I also am the sprints coach for our track team, which, due to everything that's been going on right now, I'm real disappointed that I won't be getting to coach my athletes in sprints this year during our track season. I'm also involved in our building's general education intervention team, the building leadership team, as well as teacher mentorship program. So what that is I am someone who mentors first-year teachers, and that's honestly probably one of my favorite parts of my job right now. It's been a great experience. And my wife, who's also pictured there with me, is also a teacher. She teaches high school math, and she's been teaching the same number of years as me, so it's great to have someone inside of the house with me who understands everything that we do as educators, and someone that I can have ideas to bounce off of at home. So to answer some of our questions that were posted for this module, it states, what multiple forms of communication, oral, written, and digital strategies for reaching a variety of stakeholder communities do you currently use? So I would say definitely digital is what I use the most in my own classroom. We have one-to-one devices for all students, and so that makes it really accessible and easy for me, whether I'm like sending emails or posting assignments. Any type of communication that I need to make with students is definitely best done during a digital platform. And I also have Skyward, which we can use to send emails like to all parents with one click. So it's really easy to communicate in that regard with all the stakeholders. I'd say oral is definitely my second best method of communication as far as like classroom hangouts that it looks like we're going to start using here in the next few weeks when we start kind of transitioning, at least in our district, to a online platform for education. So that's going to provide some really interesting perspectives, especially for this course dealing with communities and communications and things like that. And lastly, down there I have written. Written is still occasionally used, maybe for like parent-teacher conferences or some things like that where I have to send some notes home with students, but really digital is what we're using in our school district the most. And so some specific tools provided to me and ones that I have purchased for communication purposes are things like Skyward. That's one that's provided, school email account through Gmail. Remind is a free app that I have all my students use in order to easily communicate with them. And then I always like to communicate with parents and students both through Google Forms and different surveys. Next here it says, Bloor states that you should make your introduction in a way that makes you unforgettable. How does this information shared impact your introductions in your professional life? What methods might you use to introduce yourself as the new building leader? I would let others just know that I'm approachable and an effective communicator for sure. That's the whole purpose of this introduction video, is to let you all know that whether you are making comments on my future modules I'm going to create for this class, to know that I'm someone who is going to accept those with grace and really take those to heart and use that information to improve on my next assignments, and not something where I'm going to be upset about comments or things that people make. That's not my personality at all, and I hope that definitely comes across through this introduction opportunity. If I was going to be a new building leader, definitely would want to make myself known to all of the staff, all of the paraprofessional support, and all the students. And so depending upon the situation, whichever one that happens to be, definitely going to make myself approachable. If it's the one-on-one situation, I would definitely go like door to door to each teacher's classroom, introduce myself, get have the opportunity to let them know me more as just not their administrator, but also as a person, maybe some of my interests and hobbies and things like that, so that way we can have more effective communication and a positive relationship right from the very start. And then the last slide here says, do you follow a set of district strategic policies for communicating effectively? Why or why not? As far as I know, there's no specific district policies district-wide. I work in a very big school district, and the fact that I couldn't find anything on that was kind of surprising to me. So I kind of go off my own personal beliefs that all communication should be timely. If a parent emails me, I'm not waiting a week to email them back. I'm trying to get back to them as quickly as I can. And I always try to make communication professional and always positive. If I'm feeling kind of upset about something, I would never send any kind of form of communication or email to a parent, or to another staff member, to one of my building administrators. That's something that I would kind of cool off a little bit, and then try to take that positive approach and tone with them, because you never really know how someone is going to react with something, especially in the digital or written format. So in that instance, that's why I prefer oral communication, because you can see the different perspectives that I have, as well as my tone, my voice, and my volume, and you're not reading between the lines of things that I like to write through emails. But that's going to wrap it up for this introduction video. I look forward to getting to know all of you guys as well by watching yours. Thanks.